You gonna watch the game on Friday?
Yeah, I'm excited. Little rivalry with me and Forsyth going on. A lot riding on this game. Go Irish.
Do you know anyone? Do you know the staff at all?
Yeah, on the coaching staff.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the guys that are still coaching there coached me when I was in high school. So, and then Coach Line got there at the end of my senior year. So, I know a lot of those guys on the staff, and I'll be cheering for them on Friday.
So if you win, does like Alex have to warm up Saturday in a Sheldon sweatshirt or something like that?
I could probably arrange some Irish gear for him. I think that would be a fair way to go about things.
What was just your week like last week? How close were you to maybe not even playing? Just what did you have to go through to get out there?
Yeah, it was a lot of rehab. I was in the training room a little bit last week, and Coach Love helped me out getting on the field on Wednesday and Thursday, doing some stuff. Our training staff was great. Trav, Chief, and the staff, Rachel, they were all awesome. They really did a good job of helping me be ready to go on Saturday, and I just went out and did the best I could, and I was glad we were able to get a win.
Did you feel there's the prospect of last week potentially playing a position that you haven't played offense here while working with a quarterback that you may not have played?
Yeah, Bo and I have worked together quite a bit, just in practice and things like that. Obviously, the game's a different speed, but we felt like we had good continuity going into the game, and so we weren't really worried about that on Saturday.
How tough was it just to not have Alex out there, kind of schematic aside?
Sure, yeah. Being the vocal leader of the group, we love having Alex out there. He's a great vocal leader. He's tough. He really defines what offensive line plays about, and so not having him, we obviously missed him a little bit, but we're going to be happy to have him back on this Saturday.
What was it like to see Steven finally get back out there? He had a long road to get back.
Right, yeah. He missed a lot of games, and you feel for him. But I was super glad to have him back out there, and obviously we needed it. We were a little thin this week, and so it was really good timing. And Steve's a great player, and so it was really good to have him back.
Being an in-state kid, just what does this game mean to you?
Yeah. It's a big game, State's really divided over Oregon State, and definitely a good rivalry. So it'll be fun on Saturday. We know it's going to be a hostile environment up there, and we're looking forward to it.
Is there any similarities in preparing for Oregon State than what you did last week preparing for Utah? Do they run anything similar?
Not super similar. They're definitely a little bit of a different style of defense. More simulated pressures we're going to see this week, whereas Utah was bringing 6. They brought the house on us quite a few times, and they wanted to test us. I think with Bo's lack of mobility and the shuffling we had on the O-line, I think Utah wanted to challenge us like that. And I think with Oregon State, we're going to see a little bit more simulated pressures. Chris Dillingham saying they're more of a quarters team, so some differences this week compared to last.
Do you have a rivalry game that you remember watching growing up that really sticks in your mind?
Yeah, the 2009 game, the War for the Roses, the Jeremiah Masoli play on 4th and 3. That one definitely jumps out at me. Great throwback jerseys that game too. That's the one that jumps out at me. I was also in Corvallis in 2008 when I think they put up 65 and Jeremiah Johnson ran all over them. So those are a couple that stick out to me as really good memories watching these games growing up.
Did Oregon State give you much recruiting kind of attention out of high school?
I was invited to their junior day, but other than that, no.
Was there any slight?
No, because I had no Division I offers. So I could hold a grudge against 200 schools if I wanted to, but that doesn't really seem reasonable on my end.
Have you thought about just what these next couple of weeks are going to be like for you with your career coming to an end?
I've thought about it, but I've kind of tried to block it out and wait until these next couple weeks are over with. We got a lot to play for right now, and we're trying to win these next couple weeks. And I'm taking it one game at a time right now, and that requires taking it one day at a time each practice. And obviously the goal is to win each week, and so we're going to try and do that to put ourselves in a good position come bowl season.
Going back to the pregame stuff Saturday, what did Alex kind of do on the sideline, kind of to just make sure everything is going the way it needed to go? Like he was as vocal as the guy can be, and he's not.
Right. Yeah, he does. He does a really good job. Obviously, unfortunately, he's had that experience last year of missing games, and so he kind of knows what role to play when he's not suited up, and so he did a really good job of communicating with us what he was seeing. He was communicating to Coach Clem, so there was no set of eyes on us, and that was super helpful to all of us on Saturday.
How much did you worry at first against Washington at that position? Did you fear at all when you got rolled up on?
Oh yeah, I kind of thought my season might have been over, and just looking at the clip again, I'm pretty fortunate I didn't do anything worse. Lucky not to have broken anything or torn any ligaments, so I'm just really glad I was able to get back out there this Saturday.
Think about making any big center checks into pass plays?
No, I was gonna leave that to Alex. It kind of seems like his thing apparently. So,
As a guy who played there in both 18 and one of the few who played there in both 18 and 20, particularly 20, what were your memories of that foggy, miserable kind of setting that was?
yeah, obviously a tough loss that day. Then that's the last memory we have of going up to Corvallis as a group. So, we've definitely got a chip on our shoulder going up there this time that we don't let that happen again. And it's going to be a great challenge for us. They're a really great team. They have a really good defense, and they're playing well right now. Over their last, I think, 5 games, they're only giving up 12 points a game or something like that. So their defense is playing well, and it's going to be a great opportunity for us on Saturday.
How much did you see after the game in terms of like the parade of cars, all the honking horns and stuff like this? Like, I have no idea. Like, we're in the box. They're obviously very separate from you guys. Talking to you and stuff post game. Like, I didn't even know going on the bus. Like, did you see all that like ended up happening post game
In Corvallis? No, I had no idea about all that. I had no idea that stuff was going on.
What makes 52, whether it's center or guard, they're probably going to be facing a good net. What makes balls a challenge?
We haven't got to watch too much film on them, individually yet. But like I was saying, they have a really good defense, and their front does some stuff moving around and things like that. That's going to present some problems to us, and we've got a great opportunity on Saturday to go prove ourselves against a good defense.
You guys been here as long as that and handle snaps when you do. What makes Carson so good at like battles?
Carson in battles?
Yeah.
It's hard to be consistent, like he has, and I think this week's coming up on like 62 career starts or something like that, which is got to be the most in Oregon history, I would think. So pretty cool for him, and it's really nice to have a consistent guy like that long snapping every game.
Is that going to be this week in Oregon Trivia? Is that the question this week?
Oh, you've been checking out the episodes?
I am a viewer.
Okay, I like that.
This week's power rankings.
No, this week's power rankings, we did some Oregon football jerseys. We had Cam McCormick on, so we had a good trivia question this week. Actually, just touched on it with the War of the Roses from 2009. So. Appreciate the views.
I was going to say, being that he has the most teammates in Oregon history, and you guys are all part of the answer, I didn't know if that was the answer.
No, yeah, that's been fun, and wasn't sure we were going to get that many views this early, but hey, man, proud.
Were you close with any of the Oregon State in-state kids growing up? I know like Caden and West, Luke Musgrave.
No, not really. I know they have Carter Newman is a walk-on tight end up there, and I was the same age as his brother, Berkeley. We played high school ball together. Actually, we played since like elementary school. We played football and stuff together growing up, and so I know Carter just because of his older brother, but I don't have much relationship with many guys at Oregon State.
Thanks, Ryan.